All right, people, we are finally back at the turmeric. I know. I can't say how many days. 6, 7. Like I said, I keep getting lost in something else this place calls me to do when I come down. But check this out. Yep. The last time that I was planting, I told you I would dig up all the green weed, which is like a ground covering, and then I pick the area and I plant the turmeric. Now I'm planting the turmeric about 6 inches apart, give it enough space, but I want to put as much as I can in here. You know, some will grow, some will not grow. But as you can see, let me step back. As we get a little bit of rain, that was not expected. Here's the patch. I got just under a third done, and it got dark, so I couldn't finish filming that day. So I'm just catching you up on what we got in the ground so far. And really, I ran out of what I had brought up that day because I underestimated. So we're going to come over here, remove some of this green here, and we're going to take maybe another 3 to 4 foot wide path and go straight down and plant that and see how much more I have in my bag for pieces to plant. But really happy to see this. The pigs have not been up here. Let's knock on some solid wood or, you know, rock, that. And hopefully this will be this way. And look, the weatherman said no rain, 0 this morning. But I'm getting drops right now. So I need to giddy up and get it going over here, get some water on this, pull some more leaves, and mulch this up real good. Let's get to work. So basically what we are doing is I'm using my small hand pick, and I'm just picking down maybe about 2 inches or so to loosen up the soil. Yeah, and it loosens up all these weeds right here. Yep, try to get the roots as best as you can. That'll discourage them from trying to grow back again, but these will grow. I'm just gonna put them over there, let them recycle back into mulch, and while I'm doing that, that gives me a good idea of when I take my larger pick, and I'm gonna go down 4-5 inches of what obstacles I may have in this dirt, because we don't always remember what we have in our fields or our plots that we plant in. And you can see I have another large rock here, or a pohaku as we call it, and that's not coming out. No, I've been taught if you kick it and it doesn't move, let it stay. This is a old tree stump that is probably ready to come out. As you can see, I've already whacked it a couple times, so I'm gonna take that out the best I can. And like I said, right now I'm gonna do about a 4 foot, maybe 5 foot swat, so I have a little extra right there, and then get this all planted. What are we planting? Again, turmeric or Olena, that's what we call it. Small pieces. The larger pieces, we're gonna break off the fingers. You know, like I've shown you before, real easy to do. So I would plant this. Then I've got a couple more here. Just snap them off real easy. There you go. And then I would definitely plant that by itself. That was the center. But we've got all this, and I've got to get going. All right, gang, as you can see, I've done a little bit of work, and my sun's coming out. Yeah, so we're gonna have full sun over here, and along with the humidity, we're gonna have heat. But like I said, we have to be mindful of the things we find in here. And I said we found a rock or a pohaku here. I found a second very large rock right here, so that's not coming out. This was the stump that we had in there, and it's pretty much rotted. So I will be filling that hole up a little bit, making it a little level. And I've already picked to this area right here and trying to get things ready. So let me show you before. Well, as you can see, I put some more mulch in here, and that is basically I'm trying to clean up all my tea leaf over here and get this back growing beautifully again. Yeah. So what I do is I try not to let it grow that tall, as you can see down there. I cut them, propagate them by putting the stalk in water, root it, and then come back up and plant it. So I've cut a couple in here already, and like here, I cut that one. But I'm also cleaning up the dead leaves and also cleaning up the weeds, and I'm throwing all the dead or dying leaves in there. These are tea leaf that I've cut already. We have different styles, the short ones, the longer leaf. I am gonna hit this before I leave today and use that, because that's grown way out of hand. Certainly has. And it's beautiful, but it's too tall. But let's get back to our turmeric, because I keep getting distracted. Yep, squirreling. So basically, like I told you, I go down roughly about 4 inches, 5 inches, depend. I just make little holes, real little holes. So they're about 6 inches apart. And I just pick whichever ones I'm gonna plant. So as I've told you before, they got the little nodules right here, perfect for growing. Just drop them in the holes and throw some dirt on it. Nothing special, nothing fancy. All right? Not rocket science here. That's what I am. Simple. Keep it simple. So that's why I only break up the dirt maybe about 4 or 5 inches, just to loosen it up. Break up the corms or the little plantings that we're going to use. Get it in there, throw some dirt over it, moisten this really well, put the mulch on there, and hopefully most of it will grow. That's what we're planning. But in the meantime, I need to get going. I need to finish trying to plant all this, and that'll get us maybe more than halfway in this patch. I need to finish cleaning up my tea leaf back here, get those propagated so we can bring them back up and plant them, and get a little bit of water on things before we go, even though it's nice and sunny right now. But you get the gist of this. Super, super easy. The simplest stuff to grow. And you just got to keep it watered and put lots of mulch on it. Lots of mulch. And you will have a ton of turmeric, or what we call Olena. Okay, gang. We are nowhere near done. As you can see, I still have a little less than a third to get done. My bag is empty, and I really miscalculated how many, starters I'm gonna need up here for my turmeric. But I got all this planted. Well, all this cleaned of the green weed, all this, swooshed up a little bit, fluffing up the soil. We got all this planted right here, and here's the last 3 that we're going to be covering up. As you can see, that's all my leftovers right there. And I'm going to make some kind of distinguishing mark so I know better when I get up here in the next few days to finish this, that I know where I need to start, because clearly I was finding ones I planted right there before. Now you can see I got a lot of mulch in this one, and I need to start hunting for my banana leaves, my stumps, my tea leaves, to start getting some mulch in here. But we are pretty much done for the day over here, since I don't have any more corms. And I'm going to go back and water things, get things rolling, and pick it back up in the next few days. So you have a blessed one, peeps. Chee-ho.